Yeah, this time I finally nailed it. This stream, absolutely no one came. No one at all. Wanna know why? Because I told them not to come. You see, I am the most powerful Vtuber in the entire world. And because I am the most powerful Vtuber of all, that means that my will gets respected. You know? So, what I am going to do now is that let's see, we have the input overlay. It is working properly. Let's see, NIGGER, yeah, keyboard is working properly. Now you will see the behind the scenes of how I do the funny. So basically, I found a funny picture, and I just put it on the stream, that easy. For example, we already have Momo here. Now what we do is to put Midori. There we go. It's that easy. These pictures, I totally don't steal those from Cesaren, Even though he's legally obliged to probably sue me. Nah. Get a lawyer and make me lose millions. for doing this crap. But since she hasn't done so, that means I can keep getting away with it. You know? In fact, I'm gonna show you again how to get away with it. See? Do this. I resize. And boom, I'm getting away with it again. And now, just to show you how powerful I am, what I'm going to do is to close some funny windows I have here and do my dailies. It's that simple. So what people all often don't know about me is that I have the world record on Raiden's Big Burrito in Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice, mate. Amazing. You see, this beverage called cocoa. It reminds me of the anime girl who once said coffee. And what did she say after saying coffee? Well, it's quite easy. She said green tea, the other anime girl. The response, which was quite intellectual in that time, I remember, because they were discussing, of course, language. And what better way to discuss language than to check what is coffee versus what is green tea, you know? Two sides of humanity as a whole. Also, actually, I didn't put this gift properly. Let me just... very nice, haha. Fucking master of funny gifts. Now this is when it says Bidu KB. Come on, get ready for it. Yeah. You see, I know everything. I know absolutely everything. I know every single law in the universe. I am that powerful. I am that omnipotent. I am that omniscient. You know, I am like that onion cell. No, if that's a word. Onion cell. You know, which like Sigma male, but which eats onions. Just like Shrek in a Shrek bean burrito, or Shrek in Shrek has swag. Also, I forgot to turn on the bot for the stream. So let me turn the bot real quick, even though no one is going to use it. How am I convinced that no one will ever see it? Because this is not the stream. I told people to go away, and they are going away. Now, in the meantime, I'm just going to click this, you know, the web event. But what? Let's see what they have to say about Christmas. On the third day of Christmas. I hope the letter finds you in good health, Sensei. This is Mimori. Kept you waiting, huh? The Inner Discipline Club. Have you been enjoying the Christmas season? Your letter and gift brought me so much joy. I will look to repay you. Thoughtfulness? I don't know how to pronounce thoughtfulness. You need a way to tell if someone is lying, right? I'm not a mind reader, so it's not guaranteed, but I think I can help you with that, Sensei. Okay, she's totally a mind reader, by the way. Just don't trust anything this woman says. She's just reading your mind. She's just gaslighting you. But she cannot read my mind, you know? Because I know how to block her attacks. You see, I watch Rick and Morty. And because I watch Rick and Morty, I can open my mind, you know? I can like control the time and space. And that way she cannot read my mind. So it says, the eyes are the window to the soul. and the window is the XP to the 7. And the 7, 8, 10. You know? Or to be more precise, the 7th, 8, 8.1, 10, you know. Which really says a lot about society. And in this case, that is exactly right. You can learn a lot from eye contact, which I avoid constantly. Because I don't need people trying to read my mind by looking at my eyes, you see? See, it's that simple. When someone is lying, they tend to avoid eye contact or blink a lot. You see, what if I am always telling the truth, or I'm always lying, you know? You may never know, because I will avoid eye contact 100% every single time. But recognizing that is more art than science, why don't you send your aspiring Santa here to the Inner Discipline Club, and I will train them myself. And if I can help with anything else, feel free to contact me whenever you feel like. Goodbye for now. Goodbye, Mimori. Now, as you can see here, I'm getting extra resources, which is always good. Oh, for 20! For 20! Funny number! Wait! Wait! For 20! Wait! Ahem. Gentlemen.
学園交流会で学園交流会学園交流会ではさまざまな
You know, we just keep using RP because we need to. So we go to the Yori node because that way you can just lick your slugs. Is that important? Just do it. As the kids know what they say. I don't understand what the kids are saying, but they say it's like some sort of canon event, so I have to lick her legs. You know, I'm just forced to. You can do a few lessons as well. So once you have everything maxed out as me, Plulax, of course you're going to just use the chale lessons because they give you selectors, and selectors are super important. Whoa, Shuni, sub. Karin.
新しいゲームに初めて向き合うとき、レベルを上げて装備強化に成功したとき、先生に会うたびにアリスはカテゴライズできない不思議な感覚を覚えます。
Whoa, Aris. Why is she so perfect, bros? Also, we have Michiro here, so I might as well. You're that ninja.
ここでは先生 のスケジュールを。
待ってたわ。どんな依頼でも便利屋は必ず遂行するから。
Pa-pa-pa-pam. Also, might as well just invite Aru. They just touch her in a super appropriate way, by the way. There we go.
先生、いらっしゃい。今日もこの私が。
私までワクワクしてきます。皆さんに
Easy.
幸せという名のプレゼントが届きますように。今年のクリスマス、何かご予定はありますか？あ、先生、ようこそ。
Like, you know, I have everything, and it's like, okay. Then boom. And that's it. Just do this. Boom. Easy.
先生、クリスマスですよ。
So if we go to the shop now,
クリスマスのチャリティー募金はこちらです。
we only need like
こんなに
one
貴
extra
重なも
more
の
of
まで
those, and we are done with
寄付していただいていいんですか？
eggnog, and we can start farming the other things.
先生、
Now we still have plenty of days to spare, so
私までワクワクしてきます。
待ってたわ。どんな依頼？
あっさりと終えられました。今日のお仕事はあっさりと終えられましたね。
待ってたわ。どんな依頼でも
also I like how the
便利
daily
屋は
girl
必ず
has
遂行するから。
a voice, you know, they assign a seiyu to her, but she still has no banner,
いよいよクリスマスがやってきました。
and there's doesn't seem to be a point when she's going to have a banner. Same with Rin and, well, actually anyone from the General Student Council, right?
先
It is because they don't belong to any school.
生、今日もこ
I
の
mean, if
私
you
が。
ask John Nixon, that's probably why. Either that or they are preparing like a chapter for them. Now, let's just try this one. You know, I might get lucky. Let's see. Come on, come on, let's get lucky. Get lucky. And I am defeated. And brev. You know, this is the actual core of the game, you know, the join to fighting drill. I'm gonna show you my drill power now. So in order to speedrun the stage 4, you just need your AR students, you know.
何？
And if you're like an epic commando like me,
何？
you know that Shiroko, you know, Serika, they are like.
ちょっと待ってて。
I should probably level up Serika a little bit. Let's see if we can help her. Okay, first of all, she funny cut. So let's keep her little extra crit, you know. And what else? Crowd control. I don't think she needs that. Max HP. Nah, not really. What else? Attack speed. We're using EX skill. This. If I think this is important, and I have like spare Avida stuff to use. I don't have a lot of this though. To make those disc. So let's just leave it like this. And boom, baby. My name is Jeff. I'm Jeff. Okay, so welcome, you bookman. This is not a stream, so you can leave anytime. You can also use the unfunny commands I have, which I totally forgot to put them, so I'm gonna put them after the drilling. So just to see how OP they put AR students on this drill, you know, that's like the base damage, you know. Whoa! And now they can do even more damage. Yeah, that was a total game end. You can do at least 2, you know.
It's not over. Not yet.
I mean, I could, but not really. You know, according to my calculations, I will need another red AR student, but that will mean having Saudi. Which, you know, John Nixon never gave her to me. Bro and Asusa. Oh, yeah, no, makes sense, Okay, so... No, I already made the drill like this, but tomorrow I might... You know... I know that the X skills don't do any damage, but just to see the Asusa X skill because it's cool. Oh, now that I think about it, I have swimsuit Asusa. You know, and if you fail with a team, they just let you do it again, so might as well. So let's try a number 4, but with not my super OP team. Now AR. Okay, so first of all, Hina, fuck off. Mutsuki, fuck off. So Asusa, obvious AR, right? Now, who else has an AR, right? Because I don't think Momoi has an AR, and even if she did, you know, she's not like the correct kind of damage to do red. Shuni, not really, it's more of a sniping rifle. I have no idea. Let me just check the profile of Shun, okay? Let's see. Exclusive weapon detail. A sniper rifle. See, it's fucking sniper even though it looks AR kind of. So yeah, assistant, you know? And there you go, you have a super Asusa here. And that's it. So we combine the super Asusa with, I don't know, Asusa swimsuit as well. Now, where is Asusa swimsuit around here? I know I have you. Avis shotgun. Hinata is also not an AR. No, these are damage resisted. Kayoko not AR. Kirino has handgun. Yuka has double SMGs. Something that sucks. MP5 here. Hifumi damage resisted. How about Tsunomaki Watame? Turbo Iroha? I don't think I need to turbo my Iroha, you know. I think you can just come in normally. Well, yeah, let me just double check that Tsunomaki Watame has a good AR. Yep, it is AR. It says AR here. Anyway, something else to level up of Watame. I think I can level up her damage a little bit. Also, extra crit for Unumaki Watame, and I guess that's it. No? Anything else for this? I think this one's good. You always need a cake in a Blu-ray kind of thing, so... might as well make my Watame as OP as possible. I don't want to level her up though, because, you know, I'm not going to use her on the raid, you know, I save my stuff for leveling up gears for the raid. And I forgot to equip the Super Asusa, so this is like Super Asusa here. Now, the skill set, if I am going to use skills, which do no damage, obviously Ako, obviously Iroha to just come into the field. Just for that status effect, I will say Asusa. And... gee. Haru or Watame? I say... Haru because she increases... Akari's nickname gonna be funny when we get a student actually named Watame. I don't think we're going to ever get a student named Watame, you know. But if we do, it will be quite hilarious. So let's see how my ARs do. Okay, let's see the super damage of my girls. I think they're doing well. Also, my clock is screaming at me. Oh, 5% charge. Holy shit, they are doing quite well actually. Okay. Okay, so for extra crit, you know, I think Asusa can do like some good crit, but I think it overlapped with Watame right there. No, I actually got Asusa, good. So let's just put the status effect of this offense low, right? You're just taking a picture, right? So you see 0 damage there, but status effect right away. You know, you just because style, you know, look at the style of Haru, just one-hand sniping. Also, my Eroha timer is about to run out, so boom, new Eroha. Extra crit for Asusa. And we're done here. Amazing, mission complete. That right there is why you're the best, boss. The one and only. Now, the other team that I have, on the other hand, it sucks so much that it can only do a... do the level 2. No, not even 3.
Boss, you killed a child. Amazing. Mission complete.
Godlikes does it again. Of course I do it again. You see, I just know everything. It's that simple. You just have to know everything. But I got the Kuni. Whoa! Let's just get on with this meme. So, you know, I'm saving some X skill cost by doing this on Hine. You know, I'm using 4 to save 6. So I think it's a pretty good deal. Think about it. Also here, just kill it already. In Chirino and the N-word, I only have them for the status that they apply. Oh, no. Oh. Damn, it looks like I wove it too hard. You know, I might as well apply one to the shiny, right? Even before Karin is actually Indian. What? He's part of the superpower? That's impossible. You see, Indians are pretty good at math, and Karin just sucks at it, so I don't think she's Indian. She also cannot be Asian because she also sucks at math, so she's not one of like an Indonesian or Filipino. You know, I know of one specific race that fucks us mad though. But she's a female. Yeah, that is not an excuse for your Asian parents, you know, if you're actually Asian. Plulax sweep. See, I didn't need to turbo Iroha, I just needed Aru for that extra damage. Because that's the power of Aru Blue Archive, and that's it for today's stream. We're just going to pass by the shop here. Get some funny balls. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to need them. Just ignore my my total assault bout history. Just steal the Ligmas. Okay, so we're going against Perodotzilla, right? Which means need to use my blue students. So let's just check our strikers first. You know? Yep, they went to blue right away. Okay, so Mutsuki, you know, pretty maxed out if you think about it. Need some extra Gehenna stuff. But we can fix that with the funny total assault chop. Oh, I already bought all of the... But I might do it, so... You know, 20 coins, not a big loss, right? Now for Isuna, because she's that ninja, I think I also have Isuna pretty maxed out. If I think I'm going to lack something, it's going to be the blues probably, so... Might as well get them now. And if you're asking myself, oh my god, why you're not using the selectable items that you have, you know, I'm saving those when even the total assault chop doesn't have the items I need. You know, 5 level chess. Let's see, attack speed. Yeah, she needs to be fast. Because at the end of the day, you have to move fast, baby, and don't be slow. Step aside, reload, and time to go. Now for Hasumi, when the total assault comes in, I just need to farm her equipment. Because she's pretty much set on these things. Now for Arisu, if I ever use her... So cute. So cute, my Arisu. Can't seem to draw all these rage. Mr. Nutter, I am not streaming. You're just having a mental episode. I think you should call your doctor, mate. So I made a monster of a construct in Tears of the Kingdom. You mean like a metal gear? Meeting first for Pollux. My name is Plulax, by the way. Not quite a Metal Gear. Then what kind of construct can you make in Tears of the Kingdom besides a Metal Gear? I don't understand this. But it's actually a triple rail, three platform cannon. A super Metal Gear. Blah blah blah. Also, thank you everyone for the hearts. I can see your hearts. You know, just popping and stuff. Now let's see, Natsu. It increases the recovery boost. So might as well get those Trinity reps done. So let's see, do we have like Trinity stuff? I already ate all of the Trinity stuff. There, I don't want to use the advanced coins yet. With 3 lasers, one in the head and 2 the strings around the arms, could actually pose socket joints. You know that sounds like a scuffle Metal Gear. Oh, what? You're throwing laugh reaction now. Oh my god, how are you doing this? I have no idea how you're doing this, but you're just doing it. She say if I need her, I can extra star her for extra attack. Only if I need to. Now Isuna here. Isuna is farmable, so I'm just resisting the urge of buying her Ligmas. Now for Michiru, I don't think I'll use Michiru that much, but might as well just level her up a little bit. Especially on the attack side, because she's that ninja. Catch my drift. Today I spent 60 Ligma to UV 40 Serike. It's all about hitting breakpoints a little early. Yeah, no, for me I like to do it on time, you know. If I need them, I know that I can do them. For example, look at this Michiru. She doesn't have like the extra HP one, so it's obviously going to get game ended if I use her. I need to grade her into Super Michir Maximum Alpha Omega XD21. As you can see, yeah, I have a few materials to do that. Also, I got an achievement for that. Good work, Michiru, on level 69, which is the funniest level in Blue Archive. Isn't as strong as she's dumb. Michiru though, I don't know. So the thing with Michiru, I think you need to like level her up quite a lot to do stuff, and I mean like UF 50 kind of thing. But nah, she's good, she's good. Fucking Indoor Warfare terrain strength to A, not even S. What a loser. Well, she's cute, so I'm going to allow it. Now, Asuna on the other hand, I never use Asuna, but hey, look, I can do this. Ah, yeah, Asuna and her famous kind of rifle. Yeah. Okay, now we can just extra relationship her. I don't think I'm going to level her yet. No, Tsurugi. Tsurugi is pretty weak, not gonna lie. She launched herself as a tank, but she does like not recover energy. Like she's like extra taxing, extra attack speed. So it's like she's buffing herself a little bit, right? But main problem is she just goes to the front to get all the damage. As a swimsuit, on the other hand, I think she's a good compromise. Might as well just do this. Boom, baby. Also, I have her at 3 stars, which is sad. But I blame John Nexon for this. No, Asuna Bunny is kind of an upgrade over regular Asuna, so she good. The problem is that she uses Rocondex, which some other more useful students use as well. Now Hinata, I never used Hinata in my life, so she's staying at level 1. And we already ran out of blue students for, you know, the blue raid. But I think I have a pretty okay lineup, but I don't know if it is okay enough to pass the highest difficulty. When he has a special equipment is her uniform style, which is a grenade. So you can tell that she put a grenade up her ass. And at the end of the day, this really says a lot about the archive. Girl uses a grenade on her butt. Yeah, woman be like, yeah, I'm gonna put a grenade on my butt. And then they say, oh my god, why men don't go to therapy? Because we don't put grenades on our butts. We put the grenades on our enemy's butt. Yep, damn right. Confirmed by John Nixon. Thank you, John Nixon, for that. Yeah, that's it with the archive. Let's just check our achievements. Yeah, extra Pyros Bros.
いらっしゃい。今日もこの私が
Vision enemy.
先生を警護してあげるわ。
And that's it. That's just me doing the dailies, like I said. This. Oh wow, the bot says that it needs to update, so don't execute any command while the bot is updating. Thank you very much. Verifying download. I think the bot just died. And then you execute the command to look at your coins even though the bot is dead. Yeah, no, don't worry, I'm just reviving the bot right now. You know, it's like a medical operation, you know, you need to be careful. And with careful, I mean just stab it enough times for it to wake up. Even with anesthesia on it. And the bot should be alive now. It is alive now, so just to check if the bot is alive, let me send a message just on the bot part. Yep, we have an N. $40K. And it even executed the one before. It was like, oh, let me check like the chat log. Yeah, I didn't execute this one, so let's just do it again. Also, what does unranked means? I have no idea because I never check like the extra stuff that this bot has. But it's not a lot. It's not a lot. They usually sell this bot like, you know, one up your stream, you know, with this Streamlabs tool, you know, so good, so rad. And it just has like basic mini games. And you cannot add your own mini games. You can request songs, but somehow it does not have a widget for the media share. It has same money options that Streamlab has, which is pay for, I don't know, some widget, basic widget to appear. You know, it has like the basic baiting thing, but it's not that good or intuitive. And that's it, that's it. I mean, it has mod tools here for, you know, stopping people from saying certain words. But it's like, do you really need that? You're on the YouTube platform. YouTube censors everything by default. And then on the users, you can see everyone who came to my stream and how many coins do they have. It also says blacklisted from. It's like, what? Oh, and it says regular here. Wow, it makes you become a regular. Which, by the way, regular is like after watching an hour, so you probably should be a regular now, and that means you get a boost on how many coins you get per hour. What does this extra quote things means? Let's see, let's put add text 21, 21, 21, 21, 21. My name is Jeff. 9/11 was an inside job. Submit. ID 0. So what? It doesn't have a command. It doesn't do anything. I have no idea what does this mean. Okay, so it has a quote thing. So I can add a quote here, and it says I don't know. This. There we go. I don't know if it's like an action and it gets a reaction. So let's try just texting these. Probably won't do anything, but just to check if it has some stuff. Oh, wow, it kind of deactivated on its own. We're not going to use that anyways. Timers, what the fuck? Usage, stream chat, group, general, active through name. You can add timers. But yeah, the sound commands is the best part and the only useful part this bot has, for me at least. So let's continue the not stream by not doing stream stuff. Let's just reread this. Actually, too lazy to read. Plulax, what is the ideal age for a lolly? So, okay, so this is like a, like, the debate of what is a lolly and what is not. It has his roots there. Okay, so but for example, let's just drop Shinobu, Oshino Shinobu, right? So how old is she? Like 800? Will you say that she's a lolly? Yes, no. You know. Then if you check the anime, how is it called? Masamune-kun no Revenge, and you check the mother of the protagonist, you see she's a mother, she had a child. But, she just like, I don't know, on her 30s, I guess. So the thing is, what is a lolly then? If you can have a married mother with a child, look like that, and then you have the funny meme 800-year-old vampire. So I don't think a lolly is really defined with age. If you look at the various examples in animes, often they are under 18, right? Because the appearance does match the age. And this is very often, but sometimes, and I don't say sometimes, I say even many times, appearance won't match their age at all. How was her fucking name? Grand Blue Fantasy, Cagliostro, or something. Supposed to be this super awesome alchemist, and it has the body of a little girl. I don't know how old Kaki is because I never got into that series or that gacha, for the record. But I might have checked a few dojins. Anyway, so I don't think there's an ideal age for a lolly. Now, I do think, on the other hand, that there's an ideal appearance for a lolly. So what do we mean by ideal appearance? So first of all, you have this debate of this comes often when you have Kai the Blue Archive, right? Because she's like an opai lolly. Which is she has like the lolly body type, but she has like big fucking boobs. So for the sake of the debate, let's just say that is just another type. Let's just leave opai lolly as an opai lolly, and regular lolly as regular lolly, right? For me, a regular lolly, needs to have that flat chest, needs to have that small height, that small frame of body, and that is like perfect. You don't need that. You don't need anything else, because then, if I limit the author even more, I am just limiting his creativity. If I say hairstyle, it needs to have like twinkles and stuff. If she needs to have twinkles like all the time, for example, you wouldn't have such great lolly characters as Mutsuki or Arisu, because Mutsuki has a side tail from all her hair, and then Arisu just has long hair with a small side tail which takes part of her hair, and they are great lollies, In one, you just want to rape, and in the other, you just want to protect. What is the difference? How the artist drew them, So I am not limiting the creativity to extra factors like how they have to dress. They need to have like the Lolita drip, No, they also don't need that, because if I limit the drip once again, you wouldn't have such great outfits like the Millennium outfit. The Millennium uniform is super good. The Gehenna uniform also super good, and the Trinity uniform is like your standard sailor uniform, but also very good for various lollies, So yeah, and if you think about it, the Millennium uniform is more of a business kind of uniform because you're using a shirt with a tie and a jacket. You know, it's more of a formal kind of stuff or researchers. And when you think about researchers, you think about this man with experience and stuff. But who says a little girl can't do research? You know, because mankind, as we know it, they've been doing research from years and years, from eons and decades. So you might think an old man is ready to do actual research, but as a human being and a real hero, you've been doing research yourself as a child. You know, the first research that you made, is probably not in your memory anymore. But the first research that you actually made was, okay, these funny sounds, they are assigned to specific actions. And if I do these funny sounds, then I might get a reaction. Obviously your toddler mind, your stupid ass baby mind cannot analyze into that level, right? But it is a research nonetheless, and it is how you learn how to speak. And once you learn how to speak, you learn how to communicate. And once you learn how to communicate, that means you can, get information shared by all mankind. And that is when you learn to read and write, which is around 5 years, 5, 6 years. Yeah, that's enough to learn how to read and write. On your language, at least. That means you can get every single piece of information that mankind has put in your language. So yeah, let a lolly have any outfit because she can do lots of things. Lollies are not limited by what actions can do, what outfits or trait can have. I think a lolly will just needs these two factors: small height and just erotic. Sub. And I say this because anyway, that's my opinion of how a lolly should be. Because if you, like I said, if you just say that it needs to have all these other factors, all this other stuff, you are just doing a limitation of what the artist can do, what the illustrator can do for a character, and what a writer can do, making that character super good, super deep. Because even though they said, oh my god, anime girls are all the same, they all like have a what was it called, like an archetype, right? So the archetype is like, I don't know, for fucking tsundere, right? The most known one. And it's like blah blah blah, you faggot, piece of shit, stupid. But she actually likes you, And it's like, nah, they are all the same, They're all the fucking same. But then, I call these people brainlets. Because a tsundere is like the basic way to act. Just like a regular human being has a basic way to act, Because my basic way to act is just being a little shit to everyone. Because I think that's funny. But then if you analyze my characters, I also have all this other stuff. Like being a war criminal. And studying engineering just to make weapons of mass destruction. So, hello, lazy cat. So even though I myself follow the archetype as just that little shit, I feel it with experience, from morale, motivation. My motivation is usually destruction, but let me tell you that I am a very simple person, okay? But because my motivation is destruction, That means I need to know how to destroy. And to know how to destroy, you need to know a lot of extra skills. So I have put a lot of my real time into learning mechanics, learning electronics, you know. I even learn cooking from time to time. I check chemistry. Because if you want to proper game end something, you have to do it right. You know, you need to learn, how is it called? Nuclear physics. You know, at least the basic. And then you do the energy equations to finally say, and that you know the theory, the basic theory at least of it. You know, you need to know at least a small amount of economics to get the resources to fund your research. And then you obviously need the electronics and mechanics to design the case and the fighting part, you know. And the fighting part also includes a little bit of chemistry, you know, but to apply it properly, you know, just put the right amount of energy. And after all of that, you can finally say, my le bomb, it le kill people. Oppenheimer style. Heimer style. Sexy lady. I'm a bit lost on that. But what I think. What I think you could. This one. So yeah, hi Lisukatu, hi everyone who came here. This is not a stream. I'm just rambling and writing stuff. Okay. I'm lost on the topic, but I think you can handle it. So the thing about the topic is what you know, we were discussing lollies and how we should like not limit them. And I just gave the example of you know, you start with something basic like an archetype, right? And some people say that an archetype is like you're just making all the anime girls like the same. But then I just gave an example of, you know, my own archetype. And I just explained how it can be widely different from me to almost everyone else. Because, you know, as a writer, you just feel the thing with, you know, what you think you need for that archetype, for that character, motivations to be, you know. Well, yeah, that's the gist of it. And I think we're done with the discussion. Because I already explained pretty much all that there was to it, in my opinion. Oh yeah, going in another tangent. You know, there's this Vtuber named Arakaluto, which I am a fan of. Don't ask me why I am a fan of Arakaluto. But first of all, I need to bully Pyrocynical on Twitter. There we go, we're done with that. Pyrocynical. So there's this thing called Make Luto Drip Again, which is a hashtag where you just submit your art, quote unquote, to design a new outfit for Luto. And she will probably just take the best ideas and tell her illustrator to do the thing. Illustrator being a Chowos, you know, an Asho Mama, how you like to call them. You know, it's basically the illustrator for Gagura Hololive, okay? If you didn't know that. So everyone is submitting the thing, and the topic is urban clothing, you know? So let me ask you a question, chat. What is urban clothing to you? You know, what clothing do you use on an urban environment? And when I say urban environment, I mean when you go out to touch grass in your city. what kind of outfit do you use, or what kind of outfit do you think people normally use? Urban clothing is light, comfy, not necessarily, but often showy. Okay, so it has a small amount of style, but you say light and comfy. Okay. Okay. Well, I think you're right if that is your urban kind of trip, Because mine, where I live, is widely different. You see, urban clothing here is more of being not light, but like weighty, You need to add weight to it. Why do I say weighty? Because it's kind of cold here. So urban clothing here is usually jackets, rain jackets, something to cover yourself. This is the kind of urban clothing that we're doing here. Okay. So it's always like a winter kind of style here, except on the 3 months of summer. On the 3 months of summer, you just get your regular urban that Evil Bookman describes. And Lazy Katu says every day is different. Sometimes it's something stylish, and sometimes mega comfortable and lazy clothes. So you just go out with your lazy clothes. That's more of expected, Most people just use that. Now, if I'm talking personally, I will go for the stylish approach. Because if I am going to go out, that means people are going to watch me. And if people are going to watch me like in the face, I want them to know that I am superior to them in every single aspect, even the clothing. So even though I don't buy like brand clothing because I think that's what retards do, because it's like, going back to the example of the rain jacket, okay? If it protects you from the rain, then it's good for the purpose, right? So the purpose was protection from the rain. You don't need like the super expensive brand 21XX100 that cost $500 the piece to protect you from rain. But even though I think you can have a pretty non-expensive stylish clothing, like a shirt, like the one I have is like $50 here. A tie is like $10, and my coat is $150 because that shit is so good to protect you from the temperature, and it's also very stylish, very elegant, very elephant. It has good pocket space to add stuff, and my pants are just also like $15 because they are pants, but they are also single color straight, which look good. But yeah, and also my clothes begin to become heavy when you realize how much I should pack with them. The phone and the money and the wallet. Everyone has a different kind of wallet. I use a super light one, which is just an aluminum machine one. And you just put a drill on there. That's the embarrassing thing on them. And when you take out this thing for a long time, it's like to see something from the past. Not to see hoodie or something like that. Sorry for my mistake. Yeah, I can agree. So, what I submitted, going back to topic for the urban clothing thing, it was okay. She's a Vtuber and she has a lolly kind of body, because if you know Gagura Illustrator, you know that she draws lollies, okay? So what I can Photoshop, because I can't draw for shit. Okay, if I try to draw something, the proportions are all over the place and stuff, and this was like for today, so I don't have time to practice or correct anything. So I just grabbed some you may know where I got this. So I got a sailor uniform with with white tights, you know, and a sniper rifle. And I just photoshopped that into her. So yeah, the urban clothing that I gave her was a tactical a tactical school one. That is my idea of urban clothing that would look good on her, you know? Of course, I did some Photoshop with the colors as well, so it will match her color palette. I think color palettes are important. Mostly because I like to see like you know, not like everything rainbowy blended, but like in a logical way. That's why you have a mostly red with black here on my stream. You know, I like to keep it that theme, which is the edgy theme. And if you look at my computer in real life, I am not going to share a picture with you right now, but the computer, the case is black with red lights, and yeah, it's totally red and black in the inside. I even have these RAMs from HyperX, which they don't sell anymore, which is sad, but they are like red. Yeah, the color of the heat sink. Yeah, that's the name. The color of the heatsink of the RAM is red. Now they only sell the black variant, so you know, when I get the extra RAM expansion, I'm going to have like a red and black combination. And the microphone, because I also got it from HyperX. HyperX like specialize on this color scheme thing. So yeah, it's also red and black with the red light and the red how do you call this these elastic things to hold the microphone in place. Very nice, very nice. Mouse and keyboard, you can just change the lighting, right? If you're a gamer and you live in a society. So I also got that with red and black, and also the mousepad as well, and my phone cover. So yeah, if you see someone that wears mostly black in real life, but it has like the details on red, it's probably me. But you won't see me in real life because you don't live in my country. I just know it. And even if you live in my country, 75% of the population of the country is located in the center of the country, and I don't live in the center. So that leaves that even if you live in the country, the chances of you being near me are pretty low. Very classic. Yeah. So the thing about red and black is that let me show you something. This with the background. Just do this. Let's just do a filter here. So if we activate the color correction, boom, you can have red and blue. I mean black and blue. You know, and you can just change it to whatever you want. It's like, oh, I got dun, 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 dun. You know, this is like deep blue, but I like more of a softer kind of color, like not a super saturated one like this, because this one is hurting my eyes and it's probably hurting yours as well. But when you go like this, you know, this is a softer blue, you know. It's kind of nice. Very good, very nice. Yeah, so yeah, black kind of makes a good color palette with the other like all the colors of the rainbow. But like I said, I don't like them super saturated. I like them like more soft. This is super saturated green. Ow, it hurts. Then you have a more softer green, which looks more on the Hatsune Miku side if you think about it. And then you have like the super Hatsune Miku color here. It's like, oh my god, we're with Miku. Now let's just boom. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, filter. Now we're back to business. Mao Hicklax. I am not hicking right now. I am not. Yeah, that's how my hiccups sound. They sound probably like that. Black and white, super universal colors. Black's better, huh? Yes, of course, black is better. See, this is not a face, mom. It's part of my personality. I think white can look good sometimes, like very good. For example, in buildings, I prefer white buildings than black buildings. I think it's like part of nature thing because if you go to buildings and you see like too much black, let's just say the fucking World Trade Center is black, okay? First of all, you will have a few planes crashing into it. Wait, that already happened, and it was not because of the color. So let's just forget the World Trade Center example, okay? Okay. Actually, let's not forget the World Trade Center example. You know, never forget the Mama Spaghetti. But the thing about buildings is that I prefer them on whiter kind of colors, okay? Because I seen some black buildings around the city. You know, I do walk around the city sometimes. And when I say I'll walk around the city sometimes, it's mostly from going to place A to B. You have a lot of buildings, so I walk. I say, all right, this bus cost me like, I don't know, let me do this, 80 United States cents. How dare you? I'm going to walk 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers just to avoid paying that. And when it's nighttime, I say, okay, I might pay it, but only because it's cold. But I think it's how buildings reflect light that I think they are better white. And also the interior. The interior, I think they also should be like a bright color, like white or cream. I think cream is my most favorite one because white, only white, like pure white. You know, let's just do pure white for a second, okay? So again, same filter, but I'm going to like change it a little bit. Okay, so bam, and like I don't know how to invert the colors. So I just change white here for black and black here for white, and that will do the effect. I mean, kind of, right? I don't know. Just lights max. I have no idea what I'm doing, by the way. But yeah, this is like a pure white kind of thingy, right? Let's just put less brightness. But yeah, this is pure white. It hurts, right? It hurts a lot. Now, I don't know how to make cream, but let's just try some yellow thing. This one, you know, it doesn't hurt as much. Now going back to regular here. But yeah, cream is like a softer and more cuter way of white. It's more on the yellow side of things, though, obviously. Because it doesn't hurt your eyes, but it also has a good light reflection. Have you ever entered a house that has black walls all over? It's dark, even if they have a big window, it's dark somehow. And that is because light doesn't reflect that as well. And you as a person that don't like to put extra effort in your eyes, right? And because you don't want to put extra effort, you will make buildings cream color, white color, you know. Some people like orange color sometimes. I don't know, fucking blue, you know, a bright blue. What other colors for buildings are there? I don't know. If you're feeling adventurous, you will put a building like a soft pink that looks more like a red. But you'll never use black normally. Black is like for a like special kind of buildings. It's for example, the entrance here, it has a black ceiling, but it's not totally black, and that black is not like super black. It's kind of dark gray. And why is good as for a ceiling to be black? Because it absorbs light, and you will also, because it's a ceiling, you don't look it that much from the outside, right? So looks good on the outside, and it also has a physical principle. And this physical principle is important when designing houses. Oh, black walls. I know that I like black, but for me it feels a little bit depressing in a house. It's not necessarily depressing for me, but it gets the room very dark, even if you have the lights turned on. And that makes your eyes to suffer extra, because they have to look for stuff. It's like, oh my god, where are my glasses fall off? Oh wait, the frame of my glasses is black, and the fucking house is black. How the fuck am I supposed to look for my glasses now? Actually, the frame of my glasses right now is, yeah, it's kind of dark, dark gray. I have some pair of glasses that look like aviator glasses, but they are not aviator glasses. But yeah, black cats, goddamn black cats, they can do some tactical camouflage. They can do some high level tactical camouflage. Like, let's say you have how was it called? A sofa, right, in your house, and you put some black some black cushions on it. Let's say that you do like the color combination of what will look good with the black cushions on it. Let me just sofa with the black cushions here on Google Images, right? So it's a gray one. It's a fucking gray one. So okay, so you put a gray one with a few black cushions there, and the cat can pass out as a cushion, or can just rest into the black cushion itself and camouflage perfectly. It's a perfect camo. You have 100% camo index, which will make you undetectable on Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Which proves that cats are one of the most tactical animals in the world. And that also proves why Ocelot, which has the nickname of a cat, did survive for most of the series of Metal Gear. He only died on 4, so he wasn't alive on Rising. So yeah, the life lesson here is to get a cat. Why will you get a cat instead of a dog? Because the dog will sniff the drugs on your house and call the police. Well, the cat doesn't give a fuck about you or the police, so it won't say anything. See, they don't betray you, because there was nothing to betray to begin with. Yeah, this cat is key. Okay. I just saw a funny meme, and I need to show this to you guys. This meme is absolutely awful. So which one are you guys? Of course, I am lawful good if I need to cut a sandwich. But you have the other variants, TL or LG. What the fuck does TN means? I mean, LG, I suppose, is the television brand. Oh wait, true neutral or lawful good. Okay, yeah. I see. Ah, fuck. Yeah, you didn't have to explain it to me. My brain was just not working there. Okay, so yeah, true neutral and lawful good are the only two ways I ate like that kind of bread. So you said like true lawful, true lawful evil and neutral. Lawful evil. What the fuck? Lawful evil is like it's kind of acceptable because you're still doing it on equal parts. in some way, but I don't know. It just looks incorrect for some reason, even though it's geometrically correct. You know, if I want to be like a super dick about it, I think I will go for chaotic good, you know, chaos. Because you just make the bread into smaller triangles. Like, I do use awful good a lot when I do like 2 sandwiches. Because if you didn't know, if you do this to both sandwiches, you have 4. And you can just round the 90 degrees corners together with the 4 of them to make a square. Yeah, you just use the 4 triangles to make a perfect square. And it's super easy with lawful good cutting. With lawful neutral on the other side, you cannot do it because well, you just can't. Do you see? That is why lawful good cutting is good, because you can make bigger squares. With chaotic good, it will work, but again, you're just cutting the bread in super small portions, which might work for a social gathering thing. You know, you just put a lot of these super small sandwiches things, right? Oh, I make chaotic neutral in for 1 meal. Yeah. And if you're a poor person, which I assume you're not, but at least not poor enough to like die of hunger, I think poor people, like extremely poor people, will enjoy chaotic neutral because you can have 4 meals in a day, you know, like a quarter of a sandwich for breakfast, you know, then for lunch a quarter of a sandwich, for dinner another quarter of a sandwich, you know, and for dessert. Who makes a neutral good, right? Okay, so neutral good is the Breaking Bad meme. It's literally the Breaking Bad meme, which Heisenberg actually just cut the borders of the bread after he killed a man. You see, that is the moment when he truly became Heisenberg. You know, he became a criminal not because he was selling meth, but because he started cutting off the borders of sandwiches. And I wouldn't say it's a waste of bread if you cook properly. For example, those borders can be used to make breadcrumbs and then you can fry stuff. But I know people don't do that. I know they just put it into the bin. So yes, it is a waste of bread. Someone killing bread every day by this method. Yeah, there's actual people who do neutral good. There's actually insane people who just throw bread into the trash, you know, because they are probably like rich or something. In fact, how I eat the bread, you know, let's look at the true neutral, okay? So I will just eat it from all the borders, like 4 bites to eat the 4 borders. And then the middle part has like all the filling with no borders at all. And that way you can enjoy a borderless sandwich without having to cut off the borders. You have to eat part of it. Pretty easy, right? Easy life hack. That doesn't make you a psychopath or something. So this was tweeted by Non-Aesthetic Things. What have borders done for us? Right, you're goddamn right. What have borders done for us, you know? What have borders give to us? Books? Huh? They have given us nothing. That's why I have to kill them all. That's what this B2 is for. We will entrust the future to the next generation. Da-na. Da-na. Da-da-da. Da-da. Da-da. Also, I just found an American meme. Let me show you this American meme. Just, here it is. Here's the American meme. So how do I know this is an American meme besides the obvious Texas watermark over there? Because only Americans add extra driveways. Because let's just check like Google Maps, you know. Google Maps. And we go to United States. Of course, I'm not showing this yet, but yeah, I will show it eventually, okay? Okay, so we go to the States. You know, what country is important? Probably Washington, D.C., right? And highway, I think highway number, the lower it is, like the more old it is. So let's go to highway number, you know, around 50, right? And let's just put the little guy, you know. The little guy there. Fuck. That is not correct. Holy shit, this looks awful. Let's just get out of Street View here for a little bit. And let's just advance a little bit, okay? There we go. So, this is the average American highway. Now I am going to show my browser, okay? Okie dokie. So, let's see, browser. There it is. Of course, I'm not showing it yet. So I don't think I'm showing the lower side here. So let's just cut this out. There it is. Boom. And boom. So here's my question for a possible American viewer, because I don't know if I have American viewers. So this is a highway, okay? And you will say, okay, these two are for going into one direction, and these two are for going for another direction, right? But that is not true. They have four ways. They all go into the same directions. Why do you need so much highway space? So that means that they have another four here. Yeah, this is like the average American highway. It's just a fucking waste of space. Also, let's just look here. You know, on the outskirts. Okay, this looks like a normal way. By the way, we're in Washington around. So here's the real question. No, it looks good. It looks good so far. Very good. Very cute. Very fine. Is this farmland, or is just land that they are wasting? I will say because it has a cut-off tree, it's probably for farming. What else can we look about America? Besides the obvious extra stuff. Okay, so that is like the farming part of the United States. Okay, so I know for a fact that there's not a lot of people living here, because most of the concentration of United States people live here on the right. So in the middle, there's not a lot of citizens. So let's just look at Lincoln. Lincoln looks acceptable. It has the chessboard drape. And of course, most of the space is fucking highway, for fuck's sake. Like, where are the houses? Okay, I was probably being too harsh. There's probably houses here, right? Ah, yes, you have houses here. Good. But there's something weird here. Why do you have so many parking lots? This is like like a not as, I mean, it's a big town. Yes, it is. It's probably a capital and stuff. But why do you need so much parking space? Also, let's just look at this real quick, okay? You know that people in the United States are, you know, kind of big, right? And this is the space that they have for walking people. This is for pedestrians. Well, at least they have pedestrian spaces here. But it's like so little walking space. For example, let's say I am on a wheelchair, you know, like the wheelchair cat. You know, it will be pretty hard to pass this because this is probably just exactly the width of a wheelchair. So I am guessing that these people mostly move by car. How many roads? All of America is roads, like almost no houses. Look at this. This is a big house, right? And then you have lawn here. A lot of lawn, a lot of unused space. Because I know for a fact this is like public, right? Like the park. But then on this limit is like the part of the house. And I'm pretty sure this person, you know, 3 floors, so it has extra money to make remodelations. But it has nothing on the lawn, like absolutely nothing. And then this is the neighbor, right? Extra lawn, you know? It's like they need to have this, you know, these volumes of lawn by law or something. I think they do not make white roads since there are a few of them. It's profitable for making them for cars. That's the thing, like if you have a small population, you know, let's think a small population, okay? If you have a small population, let's say that there's actual small population, you know, compared to the big capitals of America, wouldn't it be easier to walk to the store? Just saying. Just saying. Because the only way you wouldn't walk to the store is that they make this place unwalkable. Okay, they have a cemetery, okay? So let's just go to a store. They have an hotel, they have restaurants here. Or it's like the hardware store, okay. 24/7. This looks like a place for a holy shit. What the fuck? Dude. Look at this. First of all, 2 floors. I think this is supposed to be a big store, okay? But look how much space is just, you know, it's just parking. This is more of a parking lot than store. Let's see this, like, let's see proportions, geometry. Let's just calculate this mentally. I think at least half of it, you know, half of the land there is just for parking lots for the store. And what is this? Like a mechanical store? It says Chixin Brewing. Okay, okay, so this is an alcohol factory, okay? So it is a factory, and you don't have that much machinery to it. So if it is a factory, you don't have this much workers. These are actual clients coming here. And why would you go directly to the factory? Because the factory doesn't have a store near town. Because when we talk about town, you know, this is like a few kilometers wide. There's almost no stores here. I mean, they put the school here and a few restaurants, but like stores for general stuff. Okay, this is a hardware store. This is an actual store. Let's look at it. Smoke shop, Ace Hardware. Okay, good hardware store. Just remember, this is a part of America that not a lot of people live on it because, like I said, they live mostly on West or East Coast, and also not on the middle. Rich Safe Market, so it is a supermarket. Look at the size of the supermarket. This is the supermarket, and all of this is the parking lot. And we did analyze that the supermarket, let's go out of Street View. So we were here. This is the so-called supermarket. And you have a park here. And I am assuming, these are houses. You have a lot of people living here. So you can walk by, but they still have these huge parking lots. Let's see if they can actually walk by. I mean, yes, they can walk on these super small sidewalks. Americans are big. They have barely enough to go into the sidewalk. Let's say you have a friend, okay? Let's say you are not a fucking NEET who watches VTubers, like, a lot of 4chaners, right? And you're having a conversation while walking. You cannot do that because there's only space for one person to walk. So he will have to go behind you or walk in the lawn. But there are a few states that just walking on the lawn is illegal or some shit. Yeah, this really says a lot society. Now let's just look at a third world country, let's say Philippines or something. Let's see how the Pinoys or some SIA country makes their roads. Indonesia, good example, right? Brunei, I don't know if that's on Indonesia. I probably zoom out in another country. Yeah, let's check their city design. Okay. So as you can see, they do not have like a huge highway. It's like one car here and one car here. So it's not a huge highway, right? And for the stores, look at this. Almost no parking space. If ever, it's just one car comes, they just park there, buy, and they just go away. If you're in a car, for example, you can also walk, but they doesn't seem to be much maintained. The walking part, but at least it's wide enough for like at least 3 people to walk without any trouble of the car getting near them. So yes, it is not well maintained, of course, but people can walk here without any problem. And did you see the concentration of stores? Like, we had a big hardware store on the Americans, right? And that was it. It was like a spoke shop or some factory nearby. This is like one, and then there's other and other and other and other. I mean, call me crazy, but this country here, which I don't even know where I am. Let's see. Borneo. Okay, so the country is Borneo. I think they are thriving more, at least on the human side of things, than Americans. But yeah, you're in an island, so you will obviously have clouds. So yeah, Borneo, not that well maintained, but you have a lot of business going on here, which means that there's a lot of work for people, and there's a lot of people interacting with more people, and you can even walk with your friends if you want. That's it. Yeah, there was a random country that I picked on the Southeast Asia that is the thing. Okay, now let's look at the fucking euros. I mean, they always like to use the euros for comparison, so let's just look at the worst Europeans of all, the French. So the thing with Europeans is that they have a huge population, okay? So they are comparable to the Americans, okay? I think it's a fair comparison to compare millions against millions. Okay, okay? Okay, okay. So let's just click this French city. I think because it is concentrated here, this is a French city. If only Windows would stop interrupting me with notifications, I could move the map. Okay. So this is, I will say your average French city. I wouldn't say it's big. First of all, it's just all over the place. So let's just click it out and see. So there are cars here, right? A few of them, which, by the way, they are all like one for each business. So I am guessing they are just the car of the business owner, which means they are parked the entire day there and then they just leave. That's simple. That's the only function of the car there. And it's like business after business here. Business is actually driving here. So because the cars are all, you know, stationary, they can move a little bit here probably to get to their parking, but I am guessing this is mostly walkable land. Yeah, because Europe has a problem and it's a lot of population, right? So of course you need to make the city be more efficient with the space. So like I said, we're just looking at the worst kind of Europeans, the French. And the French have sidewalks all over, They have not a lot of car spaces here. We just went into that corner, a randomly chosen corner, by the way, of a randomly chosen city, and people can just walk. In fact, you see people walking. Did you notice that in the American, even though they had like walkways, people were not walking around the neighbors at all? The only human we saw in the American was one person just sitting in the house. So yeah, this is good city design. I don't know. They are French, so it's up for debate. But at least it seems like way better than the Americans. Now let's talk about the Rusky voice. This. Europe has no choice what kind of road they will have, so sorry sometimes for them, but at the same time, it is good preservation of the history of the country. Yes, and you could see that you did not have like a general store there. You did have a lot of stores. You had the cake shops, you have the clothes shop, you have the fucking marine. And we're not going to Germany because I am not good with Germans. So Liska, why are you watching France? Because I wanted to compare the United States of America with the worst European country, which is obviously France, because no one likes the French, not even the French themselves. But their city design is so much better. It's so much alive. It's superhuman. So now let's just go to worst is Argentina. Argentina, yeah, Argentina is the worst of the Latin America, okay? Because at least the Brazilians, they are funny. So now we're going to check some Rusky, kind of places. So what Rusky places do you recommend, Liska? Maybe this one, which I cannot read this, or this one. Are you sure it's not just a rivalry with your country and the Argies? Or they are actually worse off than Venezuela? Okay, so... No, I say Roski, with an U, like just calling them Russians in a very racist way. So Moscow is the capital of Russia, right? So let's see some Russia city design, okay? And this is the greatest Russian example. It's a circle. So first of all, it's not just rivalry between my country and the Argies, okay? First of all, the Argies can go eat a dick anytime. They can just kill themselves for all I care. But yeah, they are better than Venezuela in the economic side. Because you tell me $1, and I tell you 1 trillion Venezuelan, I don't know, fucking soles or whatever they use. And there's no difference. The paper that the bills are made of in Venezuela, the paper is worth more than the bill itself. So you actually have an infinite money life hack in Venezuela. You just sell the paper, you know, in bills, you know. You said, you know, effective only. And they can give you the biggest bill of all, and the paper that is made of that bill is still more worth. So you sell paper, you get the bills. You just decolorize the bills in some chemical. I will say some acetone is probably like the common one used to separate cellulose or something. It's a good solvent, and boom, you make it paper. Yes, you don't use the money to put it on the bank. Nah, you put the money for making paper with that same money, and boom, infinite money hack in Venezuela. So let's go to Moscow, okay? Street view. I suppose this is like a... Oh, holy shit. Okay, so here's something that you also don't see on America at all. I mean, you see it on some places, but this is public transport. So the Russians are good. So this is like the car part. And they have like a 3-way thing. At least it's better than the 4-way American, right? And this is like a main road. So it kind of makes sense. In the pedestrian space, let's see if they have any pedestrian space. Okay, so car. This is mostly lawn. Oh, look at this. Okay, so this is where the Ruskies are extremely good. So you see this? This is the most efficient way of making houses for the general population. You know, just a few floors, no more than 10. You know, 8 is a good number. And it's like house after house after house after house. And that's it. There's probably a huge population of people just living here. Instead of like the suburbs in America, which is a single house, super big. Like this is like... let's talk in American units. It's like 4 houses, okay? 4 houses, but on the Rusky space, this is like, okay, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 floors, okay? Let's say that this is like 1 house space, right? So, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let's say 8. 8, like 1 each. 8, 16, not counting the side, because the sides are at least 32 houses, which is an efficiency of 16 times better. So very efficient for living in the center of the city, because this is not far off from the center of the city, and you have public transport. And look at this. What is this? A bus stop. So yeah, you say individual houses. So we were in Moscow. So if we want to go individual, let's check like the side. You know, like I think this might have individual houses. So individual house design. Not very well maintained. They are okay. I don't see public transport infrastructure. I think this one fell off. They are building stuff. I don't see much commerce here. I think they are just living in poverty, to be quite honest with you. I mean, they're probably not living in poverty, but I only see 1 road for the cars. So at least they don't use all this space into roadways. And look at the houses. The houses do touch the border, so they are using all the space they can. All of the space they can. So at least they have a lot of plazas, even in this city that is not the best one design-wise, but still better than the Americans. Still way better than the Americans. You can check the center of Moscow. I think it's much different. Yes, because there's like the super high density here. So the center is obviously the circle. Okay, so let's just click on a random part of the circle. And boom, holy shit. Look at all this space to walk around. They made this place beautiful on purpose. This place for living people? What the fuck? We are following them. We are actually following them. How long can we follow them? Can we overpass them? Everything outside Moscow is poor. So yeah, they actually made this place beautiful on purpose. So when people come to Russia, they say, "Oh my God, so cute, so cute! Look at these vibrant colors," you know. And of course, they are vibrant colors because in Russia, and if you live in the center of Moscow, they probably have a law of maintaining your house cute enough, or else you will be kicked out. Wanna see my high school? What? You live in Moscow? You actually live in Moscow or what? Well, what is your country, Lisk? But yeah, usually they just take like the Moscow Center aesthetic to make the Russian games, because you see the Russian games when they have to show like Russia stuff, it's like, oh my God, these cute colors here, you know, this gothic aesthetic here. Pradabis. Okay, I cannot pronounce that at all, but I can copy it and put it on Google. So this, boom. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, they have a wow, they have icons for this shit. So let's just go here. Oh, Praha. Sounds like Prague. I think it's pronounced Prague here. Okay, so first of all, it's probably around winter. At minimum, autumn. Good walking place for people. Some space for cars. It's only one way for cars, and this is parking, so people can also like go around here. You also have this small part for walk for people, but that's okay because you have a park here, so they still have a. And look at this. Look at this. This is what was impossible to do in an American neighborhood. You see these two people? They are walking side to side. This was impossible to do in America. Next to the church is a raving cage. Church. I mean, I will need to like. Where is the church? You have so many stuff. Oh, wow, you have the Bistro Cafe. Let's go there. It's probably a nice place. The cafe. Just put the cool. There we go. So this is a cafe. Oh my God, this looks like a cafe that is on a Chilean city, which was just like this hill. You have this beautiful entrance. Oh my God, the architecture here is beautiful. The rock architecture, very cute. Now, if I click this, they probably share photos of the cafe. It's probably famous enough to take. Okay, it's super famous. 420 plus photos. And you have the main entrance here. And they have a place for people to hang out. And these are people hanging out. They are all white, of course, as they should be. You know, the meals look filling, which is very good. The design, you know, is I think it's simple, but it's also on theme with the cafe. So you tell me to look at the church, which I assume is the Rotunda SB Martina, which I don't know what this is. So is this the church? Or did I click incorrectly? Let's just do that again, okay? Okay. So you have a good small building here, like in the middle of the park. You can do administrative stuff while also being on the park. Very nice. And is this the entrance of the church, or did I go somewhere else? I cannot read this. Rotunda is just around the chapel. from this chapel. Let's just walk around a little bit. I do love how this feels like an entire walking space. The top of the hill. Let's go to the top of the hill then. It's like the most top you can go here. And of course you have your obvious maintenance here doing, you know. Okay, but back there, they're probably like getting rid of extra stuff they don't need. You know, maintaining the place on site. These are what was it their name? They are park. This is a parking lot, but for bikes. So you can just go with your bike on it and just park it there. Oh my god, look at this view. Look at this house, is super nice. I think Deus Ex was made in Prague, right? The thing about Prague in Deus Ex is that I didn't look that much at the architecture, but I was most focused on killing people. Yeah, let's just go here. Can we get much higher? The game is trash though. I mean, I wouldn't say trash, because for a Deus Ex, I mean, if you think that it's not a Deus Ex game, I think it's fine. Yeah, let's just walk around here, you know, you can just go here with your family, go here with your kids, do some exercise. That is what old people do because they are realizing that they are about to die. So they are extending their lifetime as much as they can. Okay, let's see. Big wall to keep the Mexicans away. Left from the gate. Left from the gate. Okay, so is this the gate? Do I go like the regular left, which is this one? I used to have lunches there. I mean, it looks like a place where you can just have a picnic, so yeah. Or is this one? Yeah, you can even throw your trash there. Amazing. Just eat, throw your trash away. Look at the map because it's an historical building, so you have a lot of places to visit. Very nice, very cute. Now let's just review Los Angeles, you know. Let's go to the other stream, so. Los Angeles, California, because clicking any place, not at the center because that is kind of unfair, but let's click this. Boom. No life or whatsoever. Mostly cards. I mean, you will expect people to like be outside at least with all this space, but not a single soul here. Bro, you're the only person ever to miss a church. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. I do not have very good sight. Damn, California is even worse than my city. I mean, it's worse than my city. I mean, it's worse than most cities. I mean, it's like car, almost no pedestrian zone. Cars, almost no pedestrian zones. And these houses are probably millions of dollars, like at least 1 or 2 millions. It's like, yes, I do have the big entrance for my car. And it's just like a single house that looks the same as the other ones. Okay, this one, this house is like a cope. I know it's a cope because the loan laws doesn't let you do much with your garden, but this person tried to decorate it as best as he could. But for example, Let's say that he wants to put like a roasting here. Or I don't know, just sell something like a fucking lemonade stand or some shit. This is probably going to be illegal in America. Show Christian house. I don't know where Christian lives. But yeah, that is just a regular part of Los Angeles. Let's check this on the center. Holy shit, this just looks gray, square, awful. I mean, I have nothing against square, but this does not look like a place where you can just walk around. This is a hotel, okay. Because it's on the center of the city, I guess you can conduct a business here. Let me guess, this is a parking lot? No, it's not a parking lot, but it is a fucking... Oh my god. So full of car-centric space. I mean, even of the middle of Europe, like the most congested part of city, you didn't have this much space for cars. And we're comparing populations that they are similar. So what a mess we made. Where did all went wrong? Okay, let's just go to Mexico City now. You know, I think Mexico is a good place to start with the Latins, you know. Let's see how this comes that the Americans all say that they are ultra racist. Are City of Mexico, the capital. Okay. Looks fine. Looks a little bit Americanized, to be honest. You know, the architecture looks the same as America, but you know, the Mexicans have jokes how City of Mexico is awful. But as you can see here, just going to this alleyway, they do not spend nearly as much space on car-centric stuff. You know, it's one way and you can just park either left or right. And this might look like a three-way, but it's not a three-way. This is park here, and it's just a two-way street. It's like one here and the other one here. So as you can see, Mexican city planning is better than the American one. Do you remember that the Americans have like plain squares? I mean, even the Mexicans put a little effort in making their squares look, you know, slightly better. This is a hotel, it seems. Hotel Cadena. 2.9 estrellas, which means it's not that good. These are reviews made by Mexicans, by the way. So, you know, Mexican says this place is mid. You know, this seems like a place where you have a lot of houses. So let's go to the highway for this. Of course, it's not really Breaking Bad City, right? You still have some stores around. Like this. This is obviously a store, or at least they sell something here. For what I can analyze, is a flower shop. I'm censored again. Yes, I can tell how YouTube's... I mean, I cannot tell how YouTube censors you, because not even YouTube gives me what is censoring of you. But yeah, Mexico. Oh, public transportation. Also not seen in America again. Look at this. You can... So this is some place to put the Virgencita, as they call it, to pray a little bit. So yeah, this counts like a super small church to rend tribute to God. Mexico keeps the smog in because it's in Ring of Mountains. I mean, yeah, I will not say it's the cleanest city. But what I'm talking here is about urban design. I mean, let me just go back a little bit. I think I saw something interesting. Or maybe I was wrong. Nah, I was wrong. Look at this. Look at this. Can you do this in America? You cannot. This is a place where this country is selling stuff. It's obviously half of it is shitty Chinese stuff and the other half of it are just snacks. But hey, you can snack. You can buy snacks in the urban city. So And here, let's see, what is this? Okay, so this is mostly like a fruit stand thing. So look how many stores they have in the suburbs. This is the suburbs. It's not even the center of city of Mexico. Like I said, lots of place for people to just go out, touch grass. Actually, they do not have grass, but they are touching the outside, okay? In the suburbs. That is illegal in America. So yeah, the thing with America is that, you know, I wouldn't mind if it was just the street vendors, you know, it's kind of a thing here. Now, look at this. This is a store in another store. And look at this. Second floor is the house part, okay? So this will count in America as a housing district, okay? So in a housing district, it's illegal to have a shop. So this shop here, which probably, you know, passed the test, you know, it passed the city regulation to actually sell stuff, is illegal in America to put it here. In America, you either put it on the center where all the space is already occupied or nowhere else. That's why you saw people literally going to the fabrics, you know, the fabric on the outskirts to go buy stuff, because you cannot buy stuff on the suburbs. Like I said, this is just Mexico. This is a supermarket. Can you have a supermarket on the civil zone? Not really, but you have to drive to the Walmart. So yeah, Mexico, better urban design than America. Europe, way better urban design than America. The Southeast Asia, way better urban design than America. So let's go to Manhattan, as we know it. Let's go to Empire State Building, you know. It's a pretty famous building, right? This is the skyscraper land, right? So if we go to the, I know that Manhattan is skyscraper land, you know, the land where Spider-Man lives or something. So let's go to the bridge. And of course, since it's a bridge, I expect this from the bridge, but here's the thing. If you have a bike, you could cross this distance, right? But if you do not, but you cannot drive a bike here. There's no lanes for walking or driving a bike. It's all car gaming. This is from a small business car, you know. So yeah, you said Manhattan is the island. Let's just zoom out and see which is the island, because they have too much shit. So yeah, this looks like an island, right? You know, this piece of land here. So let's just click any part. Yeah, this is, holy shit, this is deserted. Only parking slot. This is supposed to be a restaurant. Remember how the restaurants in Europe, they look cute from the outside and the inside? Let's see if at least this one, which is called I Hope. I think I Hope is like a 500 pictures. Let's see the inside. So it's people eating their meals, okay, but the inside of the restaurant looks like a fast food restaurant. So you're telling me that you just drove miles from your house just to go to a fast food restaurant which doesn't even look cute. So let's see. This looks green, so at least this could be. Basically, so once I'm going to bed. Have a good time, everyone. Bye bye. This is the green part of America, and you know, in a green area, just like when we saw in Prague, you would expect to have a space for people to walk by, but it's blocked all over. I mean, you can walk on land, but like I say, in some places of America, it's illegal to walk on the lawn. Like, it's illegal to step on grass. Like, what the fuck? Why will you make illegal to do that? So yeah, you. Okay. So here you can walk a little bit. Actually, it's not for walking. It's again for vehicles. Damn, bro, this is like some dystopian kind of shit. Even the green parts are not meant for people to be on it. Okay, but I still have a small amount of hope for America. Let's just go to a place which is not populated by almost anyone. So let's see. How about this small one here? You know, looks like a small city. Looks like the average city here. Did they even have a McDonald's? They even have a McDonald's. Let's go to the McDonald's. McDonald's, Pizza Hut. Okay, so this is like the fast food part. Oh. What the fuck? So, you're telling me you have a small city, okay? And you have all this terrain for parking lots. Why? Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Look, let's check where people live. I guess people will live around here. Yes, I see houses. People can more or less walk a little bit here. So let's say I want to go to the McDonald's from here, right? So McDonald's is just a few blocks away, it's walkable. So if I go here, let's say that I go walking, la 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 la, and this is the way to go to McDonald's, right? This street right here. So let's go to McDonald's, and we're walking around the city. Are we even walking? Let's see. I mean, at least you have a small amount of pedestrian space here. Can we get to McDonald's without that running out? That's the challenge. Oh, I will say this is one of the best American cities we've seen so far. And that is not saying much because the worst places of other places that is not United States, way better. You got the barbecue place, bro. Yeah, let's get some buffalo wings. You have mountain. Holy shit. Okay. Did we run off of walking space? I'm guessing this is for walking, so good so far. So far, so good. Did I get to McDonald's yet? I don't know. Everything looks the same. Kenosha, Wisconsin. Shelby Williams. We also have one of those here, but it doesn't have a huge parking lot. So if I crack them pretty easily, we'll see about that, mate. But we are getting to McDonald's, okay? We have to walk on this literal desert of parking lots. It's mostly parking lots to see around and nothing more. Totally not designed to kill creativity at all. You know that as an engineer, even though we're super square and stuff, we still need to be creative on making solutions, or else we just keep making the same shitty mistakes. So we managed to get to McDonald's without running out of walking space. So this city is one of the few walkable American cities. So I'll give this city a 6 out of 10. It's called Harvard. They have a middle school, so you know, you want to have kids here is possible. Sending them to college is not possible, which I guess the college is on the big cities. So yeah, and you said Kenosha, Wisconsin. Let's go. This looks horrible. Like, what is this? This is a huge chunk of land. Let me check what is on this big chunk of land. big warehouse? More big warehouses? I mean, if I zoom out on the map, yes, there's mostly warehouses. So if we go to Wisconsin, let's just go here. Okay, doesn't look so bad. So far, Wisconsin doesn't seem like a shithole, though. But then again, almost no people on the street, if ever any. Have you seen any person on the street yet? No? Like, not at all? Come on, we are bound to find a human being at some point, which is not inside a car, right? Right, bros? It's a gas station. Come on, cars scattered there. There's bound to be a human outside. Okay, we see a person outside his car fixing his car to use his car. Oh, look at this. Pipes are us. It's like Toys R Us, but for crack addicted people. And also computer sales and services. Like, you have to put all the business in the same building, right? I can see that the business normally in America are next to these yellow roads, and yellow roads means which is kind of a highway kind of thingy, right? This is like an American thing to put on the main roads. These are the only places where you can pull a business. For example, here, 45th Street, they have to resort to. Okay, I can see a person making use of the space on his house. At least that's a plus. Looks fucking awful though, but it's a plus. And then we have all these other houses, car-centric as always. The pedestrian spaces, almost no maintainer whatsoever. All the houses look the same. I mean, yes, it's awful, but not that awful. Let's see. Let's do the same McDonald's test. So let's say I want to go to the bar over there. If I want to go to the bar over there, first of all, I need to walk this way, right? And I have to look here. So still walkable right now. Let's go under the bridge. We're slowly getting to the pub. Actually, it's not slowly. This is way faster than any human can move. Hey, look, people outside. Amazing. Police car, because why not? And yeah, not the best conditions to walk around. Like, do you even have a stoplight here at this to move? Yes, you do. Okay, so far so good. I can walk to a pub. If you can walk to a place where you have any service in America, I think that's good. But let's say you want to actually go to Walmart. Okay, do you have a Walmart around here? Home improvement. That's good enough. That's Walmart enough for me. Let's check here. So of course the distance is fucking huge, right? Let's see, can you bike around? Can you cross the street? Let's say that you want to go there. It's possible in some way. What is this? Oh my god. Okay, so they removed the place to bike around here. So you will have to go to the other street in some way. So yeah, you're getting on the way of traffic. Because they cut off the possible biking part here, so... Oh, let's see what it says. Some credit union family dental. It's all full of ads for stuff in America. I don't know. Now let's check the worst of the worst that South America has to offer. Venezuela. Do they even have coverage from Google Maps? No. No, they do have a few places with pictures, though. They have the pictures. Seriously, where are the cities in Venezuela? Ciudad Guayana. Okay. This has to... Okay, so first of all, Google Maps hasn't been able to visit Venezuela. So we can only rely of the pictures that people have dropped here. So a lot of bus stop, lots of bus stops here, lots of stores and stuff, even near the urban areas. And you know, you would have runabouts, which is the efficient way to drive because these cons have no access to gasoline at all, because everything is so expensive. So Venezuela, let's see. So yeah, according to like monetary gains, this is the worst of the worst. But Toyota, the fucking O fell off, but Toyota. People can move here by foot. McDonald's? What? Venezuela has McDonald's? And that's a military vehicle. I think that those are the only people that can afford a McDonald's in Venezuela. You just go guns blazing and yeah, you might get a Big Mac if you trade it for your ammunition. Looks like a bad Floridian street. I mean, it kind of looks like that, but those people live here. You know, can people live in the commercial area? That's the question, right? Of course. Probably not. Okay, so this is a government building? Or is a place where people can live? They have ACs, a lot of ACs, so I'm guessing people can live here. And yes, I cannot move at all because this is only a 360 photo. Google Maps cannot go to Venezuela. So let's go to a random Venezuelan restaurant. Gelato del Cielo. Let's see. Oh, very cute. Very nice eyes. Muy buen gelato. Wow, decoration is good. So, this is one of the worst that South America can offer, and it's still at least 10 times cuter than the fucking IHOP in America, fucking shithole. And look, they are selling in US dollars. They are selling in US dollars because they are not using their own coins. So, let's see. Let me translate for you. 1.5 millimeters of ice is $1.5, which is, you know, accessible, a little expensive, but they have to live, right? Cups, very cute. You know, you can even bring your children to play and no one will bat an eye. They have Jenga. But yeah, this is one thing you will find in some South American restaurants, is that they don't have like a defined theme. So like they have like this I don't know, this stone kind of theme here, but then you have the neon lights over there just to add another extra theme on it. So, but it's good. It's good. It's a good store. What about this? El Club Campesino Las Paquitas. Okay, this is a good place of meat. This is a random person. Yeah, they are using how is it called? How do you call Plumavit in English? It's like an outside restaurant thing. They have concerts and stuff. Yeah, like, yeah, look, the boys, bros, with the bros going for some beers. It doesn't have many pictures, but it looks alright. And here you have another 360 pictures, probably of the sea. Let's see the beaches. This looks more of a swamp than a beach, so because of the grass here and the water, which looks polluted, but that is just the sun reflection. And they have a water vehicle there. Probably took a few trillion Venezuelan money, but you know, for being the poorest country in South America, they have a better design than the United States in making a city. So yeah, that's my review of the world. What about India? India superpower. India is also a shithole, right? Let's see, how about this one? Yeah, look at this. This is fucking awful. Like all dirt. That's what you're going to find on India, and most Indian places is all dirt. But you can put business whenever you want, so better than America. It's like even the Bangladesh. I do remember hearing about Bangladesh. Don't remember why I hear about it, but let's just look at it. This looks like a highly concentrated. Wow, look at this. It's just full of business. Not necessarily thriving, but you can put business. What is this? Is this an actual education building? Educational building? What are they teaching here? Oh, how to become the greatest superpower? Yo, the Indian drip. That's the classical Indian drip. Designated walking dirt. Yep, pretty. Yeah, look at this. This guy's rad. It's like, yes, look at this. Superpower? This is truly superpower? The guy just put a filter everywhere for the focus to just focus on him and him only. Is this like the classical Indian picture, just sitting down and just looking like all kind of mysterious, you know? Even has the classic Indian aviator glasses, which every Indian who wants to look cool uses. Look at this. Is this the cigarette shop? The woman shop thing? I think this is a pharmacy. Yeah, it is. It is a fucking classic Indian pose to take a picture. Superpower by 2040. I mean, these cunts may be dying. Oh, holy shit! This is an actual video. What the fuck? Let's check it out. It's just a college of pictures. Hey babe, I made this video with myself. Will you be wife with me now? Yeah, this truly says a lot about the superpower. He's like the same dude taking the picture. Yeah, this is like the commercial district. How about here? Here is probably designated walking dirt. Oh wow, they have actual roads here. Very nice. And they have a small store, which I don't know what they're selling, because not in a million years I will buy whatever they're selling here, but... And the materials to make this store was probably recycled wood, you know, these recycled metal things for sealing, just a few structural parts, and boom, we have stores. Boo or Begana. Well, yeah, at least you can appreciate how low budget can you make a working business in India. Now look at this. This is the designated water wheel because India is mostly this desert. So you need to go to the underground water to get actual drinkable water. And it's probably not totally drinkable. Probably has a few chemicals that might kill you but in a few years, but it's the best we have. And here's the Indian supermarket, designated supermarket. Also, this Indian motorcycle, super efficient on space use. So this is the supermarket. It's just boxes. That's just boxes that they just open the thing and it's like, hey, we're selling whatever we have inside here. We sell a dead dog. Yes, very tasty fried. And this is another bazaar thing. Okay, so people actually go here and it's just warehouses. I see no security measures or whatsoever, like at all. And it's like in the middle of nowhere. Just imagine how easy it is to go steal stuff here. I think the houses are here. So these are your classical Indian houses, right? Super small. And also made from the same recycled material things as the others. But yeah, you can like walk during the night here and just go to the bazaar. And if you have a drill, like a working drill to make holes in the wood, that is enough to bypass all security and steal all the valuable, quotations that they might have here. Like no security or whatsoever. This bazaar here purely lives based on trust. Like you can go here and steal some gas if you're running low on gas in your house. Maybe that's why so many Indian movies have this superhero character which just fights some guy stealing stuff on the bazaar at the afternoon, because this probably happens like all day and all night. So you need that Indian guy with the aviator glasses just to kick their asses. And this is an Indian church thing or temple. Let's see. Okay, this actually looks good. High budget, high Indian budget, high superpower budget. With the monoblock Indian chair. That's a thing. That's an actual thing. They have an Indian variant of the monoblock chair. This is like the least expensive thing to manufacture, and you put it on the high-tech building. This is like high Indian budget. We actually have chairs. But this here, very good, very nice. And this one is like high security as well, because you cannot break easily these stone walls. They even have AC commodity. Very good Indian. You have the transformer infrastructure here, so they have electricity. Oh well, they actually had to put security cameras though, so people did try to come here and steal stuff, probably by the window. And that's why the windows have a few of them have metal, I guess. Yes, look at this. The internal frame here is metal, so people did try to just steal stuff. Might just be vandalism. Now, if you cover the entire window like that, it's probably people trying to steal stuff. And you know it. And you see, as much as a shithole India is, and how much you can probably steal or get away with crime, commit crime, shit, dirt roads, is still a better city design than the United States of America. I have never seen such a worst city planning than the one that we saw in the United States. We saw both extremes. We saw, regular third world with Mexico, a worse third world with Venezuela. We haven't been to Africa, but I'm guessing Africa is way better. Let's go to Nigeria just to say the N word. So let's see. Nigeria. Fucking Nick. Okay, so Africa is on par with the United States. I think Africa is the only one that is on par with the United States because they have no walkable infrastructure, they only have car infrastructure. But this is actually because the people of Nigeria actually walk on the dirt, no matter if you have a walkway or not. So it's up to debate. Let's see. This looks like a city, okay? So this is good African city, yes. You have car infrastructure here. Not a lot of walk. So the only one that might be on par with the United States on bad city planning, but is still better than the United States because it doesn't have like this, constrictive regulations. Is Nigeria and Africa? Because I'm not saying the entire continent of Africa because there's so many countries on the continent of Africa. And yeah, I know the States considers that Africa is just one country instead of a continent. But yeah, the only one on par is one of the poorest parts of Africa. That's the only one. And Japan, we all know that Japan, they do put an infrastructure for biking and walking and metro. Russia, good aesthetics, good stuff. The only bad thing is that the Ukraine war is just killing the economy. Yeah, that's it for my city review stream. I think I'm going now, mostly because I'm getting hungry. So because I'm getting hungry and I want to eat something, I'm going to end the stream right here, right now. So thank you to everyone who came, and see ya. Dab, epic dab. Remember to check the community post that I make because they are just masterpieces. I think I can just go to the NAT Plulax tab here, right here. Here's the community tab. Look at this. Look at this. Now this is Deep in Dosing shot here. Now we have some very good boats here on the survey. Picture survey. I don't know what did I ask. I don't know what each one of these means, but that just makes it deeper, it's up to debate, it's up for philosophy. Only the greatest philosophers can decipher here. Guess what I voted for? I'll guess Miyu Blue Archive because Kani, but you tell me if I am right or correct. And of course, we have NAT Plulax finally in jail, but guess what? I got out of jail instantly. So yeah, just really sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I was right. You were wrong. It will happen again. Get fucked, nerd. You're right. Of course, I'm right. As a canny gamer, I can sense the canny waves that people send around. And here's one of the greatest memes ever made. My face when the pussy talk good. See, masterpiece. And this one is just my catchphrase, I say it every stream, I always say I am Punish Venom Mao Plulax and it's Plulax time. I say it every stream non-stop. So now I'm going to just post some throat-inducing things. Yeah, I think this is like good enough. And for a picture, no, this is a master post right here. It has the funny emote, so it's obviously funny. I am totally not losing my mind, I swear. So yeah, that's it. I'm in the stream, so play the ending. Also, I don't think you guys saw the posting, so I'm going to pause the stream for a little bit so you can enjoy the thing.